Hey, how you guys doing again? Alright, this is my attempt to try to make a more higher quality video for you. I'm a novice at this video production stuff, and I'm human. It's like telling a dog, go ahead and take that camera and make it work, make a masterpiece with it. And I'm mentioning the word dog. I'm bringing up the subject of dogs again, because I want to try to, with this video, try to maybe go in further detail with each commanded app. And here they are again. And I'm going to go through probably 1 through 3, because they pretty much relate to what I really prefer to discuss right now. Today is Veterans Day, 11/11, and instead of spending that time trying to perhaps fetch a free meal at Hooters, Denny's, what have you, I'm going to try to spend this time creating a video production for all you folks out there. Hopefully all you veterans can appreciate this attempt to show you compassion, understanding, and maybe we can make something happen with our time and our sacrifice. And since I'm here right now, give me some love. Right there. Yeah, that's what I need. Alright, on to business. As you can see, this one right here, that's my identity thumb. The first one is the closet shelter. I'm going to go ahead and try to put this up there again. I've got a little bit of daylight out there, and I don't know how much it's going to be of assistance, but I've got all the rest of my light in here. I'm going to try to, one more time, try to attempt to make this more legible. Readable. I don't know if that helps. Okay, as it relates to that video, this is more high def quality. Maybe it's also higher audio quality. But the 10 commanded apps. It's funny how the company BuzzFeed videos, they use the word feed in their production, their name, their for-profit, charter, certification, registration, what have you. And they talk about the commands, right? Well, I'm going to talk about the 3 commands that we can all pretty much relate to. And the first one, like I showed you on my thumb, is the closet shelter. And why do I call it closet shelter? Because if you live in any type of shelter, if you're in the socio-economic class that I refer to as the upper working class, you may refer to as, oh, I'm middle class, Hey, I'm cool. You're probably lower middle class, but nobody's ever going to admit that they're lower middle class or upper working class. But anybody who's lived inside of a closet, this is a normal apartment, average size. I'm on a cell block with fellow inmates, and on our reservation, there's only so much capacity. There's only so much people out there and only so much space. So you have to make do what you can afford. I mean, you got to live within your means. And, you got to blah, blah, blah karaoke. I've heard it all before. But what can we do that we haven't done? That's what I want to know. This is what I'm trying to make an attempt to do, is have a discussion about what is wrong. And one of the things that is primarily wrong is our glorification of having a small but quaint little abode. No, it's a habitat that we are being caged in that prevent us from spreading our wings and flying, like Andy Dufresne's Shawshank Redemption. But the closet shelter is very confined. You need a lot of space. Unfortunately, there's only so much space to go around. It's an overpopulated country, overpopulated planet. But the justification is that you can't afford a bigger house, but the rich, they can. They don't need a bigger house. They just need a really, really, really big house, because they got to justify why they're going to work and doing all the things and oppressing all the peons out there. As far as closet shelter, when you're a little bastard child and you were in a playpen, that's why I call it. While we're here, we're house sitting in our playpen. This is somebody else's property, and whose property? Probably somebody who's more wealthier than I am. Probably somebody's wealthier than that person is. Landlord. You either get a JP Morgan Chase mortgage and pay them rent, or you don't get a JP Morgan Chase mortgage, but whatever money you earn from JP Morgan Chase's subsidiaries and nonstop economy conglomeration that they have their hands in, you work for them, and then you take that money and you give it back to JP Morgan Chase through a landlord, but the landlord gives that money to JP Morgan Chase, and you see the cycle. You're still giving the money to the rich, no matter how much you want to slice it. But you're in a playpen. It's just like children. We're at a state of arrested development. As much as we think we're refined and we're educated and we're well-to-do, we're still pretty much childish. And we still have our tantrums. We still get upset. We still resort to violence. We still resort to name-calling. I know you are. Within homeless and upper working class blue shot collar reservation perimeters. Like I said, on this cell block right here, in this captivity, fellow prisoners and I pretty much are in the same socioeconomic background, right? And why? Probably because we were put there, we're kept there, and you can't escape. This environment, as you see this glass, these walls, this is all captivity. It really is just captivity. You're only as free as your purchasing power. And being Veterans Day, there's not very much freedom you're fighting for. You're fighting for-profit interests. You're fighting to maintain their property. They've got a stranglehold on so much wealth, they can't lose it. They're either going to hire private military or they're going to hire Uncle Sam's military. J.P. Morgan Chase's Uncle Sam is his uncle. So what do you expect? Upper working class, blue shot collar, and if you try to escape, you'll get a shock. And what shock is that? Well, ask the bodyguards that surveil the area in nonstop patrol cars, right? And not even them. You don't even have to get to that point. Fellow inmates, they'll tattletale on you. If you don't do anything and you are conducting yourself and you're misbehaving, then they'll narc on you, right? They'll get out there and tell that. But shot caller is who's the ones that's got the remote control to make sure your collar's shocked. Well, the rich. And make sure that once you start getting higher and higher to become a threat, they're going to suppress you and make sure you don't get too far. And if you still struggle and they still see it, they'll probably neutralize you. Make sure you're no longer a threat. But it's a dollhouse mansion, right? Because when you're a little girl, when you're playing with your little dollhouse and playing marriage and family and tea party and all that stuff, all you're doing is a training to have your own house, your own apartment, your nice little quaint, this is my personality apartment. You're going to have that, and it's going to be practice. And when you finally get it, is there anything going to be different? You're going to still decorate it. You go, oh, this is how I want it to look. Oh, I love the feng shui.